see you guys in the dark.
I have a few stories about a neckbeard that was a big problem in my life. He was my wife's one friend that I had to shut down that friendship. This all happened in South Africa. This started before I met my wife. She was 15 years old, and her brother-in-law, also a neckbeard. Her sister had gotten married the year previous, and they all went out to celebrate. He was invited with them. Now, just to explain how he looks, and his age and everything, he's about 5'10", weighs about 160 kilograms. He smells a lot like brute spray. He has a fedora, and the gloves, trench coat, and the beard. He's a massive gamer, a very big superiority attitude, and is high off his own ego. He loves anime and is into Warhammer, which was kinda awesome, till he took it way too far. 36 years old, and still think that I'm a massive asshole. He thinks women should only be housewives and do as the man of the house says. Quick summary of my wife. She's 5'1", 23 years old, beautiful, curvy, a gamer as well. Green eyes, fire red hair. She has saved me from myself and has shown me that love truly exists. I do not know where I would have been if it was not for her. Most likely I would have drank myself to death. He was very interested in my wife, in very bad ways. And the night the whole family went out to celebrate, he made my wife drink sake and sweet wine just to be able to get her more loose and try to get her into bed with him. Her father made her stop. They were about to leave, and he wanted to go with them. He insisted and pushed for it, but my father-in-law told him straight up no. He is not their guest. Thus, he will not go to their home. The next day, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and the neckbeard friend all come over to my father-in-law's house for supper that night. The neckbeard brought liquor and wanted to drink again. My wife told him she does not want to, and he insisted on it, stating that she has to loosen up a bit, otherwise she is no fun. So she drank and drank, got drunk again. She went to bed that night, and thankfully in her drunken state, she was smart enough to lock her door. That night he tried to sneak into her room, but it was locked. He went home the next day at least, and had not visited again for 3 weeks. A few weeks have passed, and my wife had turned 16, the weekend after her birthday. The beard had a LAN party with Brute Beard, two German friends of my wife, and my wife as well. That was the time I became friends with my wife, and thus she had asked me to come and play video games with her. I first met her mother and father because they did not know me from any side, so that is fine. We talked, and they first were a bit skeptical, but soon started to enjoy my company. I greeted everyone at the party, introduced myself to everyone, and there is the man, the beard in all his glory. Yeah, there was definitely no glory, only a look that made me want to shower in disinfection. The times that we talked felt like the hamster in my brain was bashing its head against the skull to get out of frustration, just to understand what he was going on about. My brain actually started to filter out his voice after he tried to insult me. Me and my wife went out that day. I asked her who he was. She explained to me that he keeps trying to show off to her, that he is an alpha male, and blah blah blah. She told me that he is just a friend of her, beard-in-law. Most of that weekend he tries to impress her by insulting me and trying to get a reaction out of me. When that didn't work, he started to get more agitated and aggressive in the games. We were all playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. He kept only targeting me. Everyone started to notice and saw I was smiling the whole time. My friend and wife that time came to me and asked what I was smiling about. I told her to just keep an eye on me. I had planted claymore mines everywhere, and he kept dying on them. It worked like a charm. Eventually, he got so angry that he smashed the keyboard, and he just sat and stalked. The rest of the weekend went, and he left me alone, so far at least. I think he might have noticed, or he might have been thinking he was some competition on his hands. Some time had passed since Brute Beard had been in the same house as my wife. About 3 months had passed. I'd grown some balls, asked my wife out, and we had become a couple. In the month of December, my wife came to meet my family for the first time. While we were driving to our farm, the Brute messaged her. The convo was as follows. I'll be known as Dundee because all my friends call me that, and my wife will call Fire Lady, or FL for short. Beard. Hi, can you send me your location when you arrive at Dundee's house? FL. Why? just to make sure if you go missing where I can start searching for you. Wait, what? Don't be stupid. He won't hurt me. He seems like he would. No, he isn't like that. I can promise you that. Fine, whatever. Just don't come running to me when he does. He won't fucking hurt me. I know he won't. About this time, I had looked over, asked her if she was okay. Yeah, he's just pissing me off. When we arrive there, you won't have to worry about him. There's bad signal, so you can just use my phone to call your parents. Thank you. That weekend went wonderfully, and my parents had loved her. We went on vacation with Beard-in-law and sister-in-law the very next week. Brute Beard did everything to try and come along, but the resort was booked full. When we came back, that's when all hell had broke loose. We had another land after the vacation, and the Beard was there. As everyone was setting up, I went out for a quick smoke along with my wife. We were chatting and having a wonderful time. Then came the smell, the tremble, and the voice. It was Brute Beard. He came over and told me as followed. You know she won't stay long with you. Says you, dude. Go away. You will see. Little bitches like always do. What did you just fucking call her? That's when he realized I was going ape shit on him. Nothing. Bye. Just ignore him, she says. He always tries to get in a relationship with me. I really don't like him. I don't know why Beard-in-law likes him, but we're sitting with the problem now. The story is when everything took a dark turn. After the beard had insulted my wife, I tried to confront him, but like most neckbeards, it seems he did not want to take me on. The time he came to visit is also where the first story of Beard-in-law will start. This will be 6 months after the previous story. I visit her nearly every weekend except the one coming up. I was visiting one of my brothers, and I was standing outside having a smoke. That's when I get a call from my wife. She and her sister had been drinking and having a good time, which made me happy because she is happy and I am happy. Hey, love, I've been missing you. Hey, you drinking a bit? Yes, me and sis are drinking a bit. Beard-in-law and Brute Beard are not. They seem to be on focus on their video games. That's okay with me. So Brute Beard is there? Yeah, but sis told him to leave me alone. Oh, good. Just be careful and drink water when you are finished. We will see you tomorrow, yes? Yes, see you tomorrow, love. I love you. Okay, love you too. Bye. She ended the call, and I went back to drink with my brother. 1 hour later, she called again. This time, she was in a panic. She called me up saying that he groped me. What? Who? Brute Beard and Beard-in-law. Lock yourself in your room. I'll be there in 30 minutes. I had to speed the entire way there. Okay, please don't hurt them. Oh, I will try not to. No promises, though. I told the brother to get into the car now. He replies, oh fuck, you got that look. Yeah, I do. We got there. I walked in, got my wife. Beard had already left. Beard-in-law took him home. I talked with her to calm her down, got her some water. My brother was standing outside as a lookout, and when he saw Beard-in-law, he came to tell me. He yelled out that he was here. I told him that he was going to get in the car with me. We're going to the police, and I'm opening up a case of sexual assault against the Brute Beard and him. If you refuse, I will personally break every bone in your legs, drag you to the police, and kill Brute Beard myself. He asked me what I was going on about. He did nothing wrong. Sister-in-law said that she saw nothing, but she saw everything. I told him you have 10 seconds. The wife told me, please don't. I asked her what. Please don't, just drop it. Why, I asked her. Because I don't want to lose you. Then I told the beard-in-law, if I ever see Brute Beard close to her again, you and him will have a very bad fucking day. He just smiled, and that day went on. I knew I had a new mission, to get rid of him, by legal means. The next time when I saw him would be the one time I am glad I did not lose my temper. The wife never told her parents. She felt like she did nothing wrong, and I kept telling her that she did nothing wrong. I got to work early, which was about 400 kilometers away from where she stayed. And a small, very important detail. My girlfriend was pregnant at this time. 7 months pregnant. The beard-in-law and sister-in-law had moved out of the house, and my wife moved into the small apartment. But this is all just for information. So this part of the story also takes place 3 years after the last one. So it's been a very long time. My wife had not been in contact with Brute Beard in that time at least, due to sister-in-law and beard-in-law moving out of the house. When I was on leave, I visited my wife for December. By the time she was 9 months pregnant, and became what I still call, just to get her to blush and smile, my wee little penguin. Beard knew she was pregnant and hated it. On the day I went on leave was the day that I asked her to marry me. The tears of joy to this day makes us both smile. After the wonderful proposal, sister-in-law invited us to stay for the weekend to celebrate. She did not tell us that Brute would be there. She did regret that very quickly. When we got there, sister-in-law, beard-in-law, and the Brute were in the kitchen. The anger I felt was intense. They both convinced me not to bust his brains in that day, as much as I wanted to, so I let it be for the moment. We celebrated, took loads of photos. We went swimming, and I went to get a drink. Beard thought it would be perfect to try and sway my wife to his side in the 1 minute that I was gone. He told her that she was going to regret it. She asked, "What now?" "He is going to leave you when your daughter is born. For the last time, my relationship with him has nothing to do with you. And if he would by some stupid chance leave me, you are the last person I'll ever be interested in. I would rather die than be with you. So just leave us alone." Me hearing the commotion, I asked what was going on. He said nothing to do with you. I told him if it has to do with her, which I'll remind you is now my fiancée, then it has to do with me. "So says you," he tells me. I did say yes. Beard tells me he will hurt you. I told him the only thing in danger here is you. I told the sister-in-law that we have to leave. "Oh, come on. He didn't mean it," she tells me. "Shut it. I'm sick and tired of keeping the peace. If he comes close to her ever again, I'll end him, I swear." Then he replies, "Oh yeah? Just you wait." "Wait for what? The earthquake you're going to make running to me? Like hell you will." My wife tells me, "Come on, let's just leave." We get our stuff, and while she was dressing, I was packing. He then tries to get into the room where she was dressing. I caught him just in time. "Get out of here," I told him. "You have 3 seconds." So he actually thinks he could take me on. Big mistake. He tried to push me against the wall while screaming that I won't take her away from him. One punch against the nose was enough to take that land whale to the ground. We ended up calling her father to let him know what is happening, and we went home. The next day, sister-in-law was there with beard-in-law, screaming at me. "You broke his nose." "Yeah, be glad I didn't choke him to death." Then the father-in-law says, "If he comes as much as 100 meters of this house, or my daughter, I will not try to stop him. Next time, he is a dead man." He tells his dad that he's sorry. I did not know he would try that. I told him bullshit. Sister-in-law, he wasn't talking to you. My father-in-law says, "Girl, shut it now. You're already on thin ice. Don't make it even worse." "Yes, Dad," she replies. The father-in-law told me that I was good, and try not to beat him too badly next time. Told him that I only punched the dude once. Both beard-in-law and sister-in-law left there very upset. They're still friends with Beard, sadly. My last tale was when my daughter was nearly 2 years old. My little gremlin has been growing up too quickly for herself. Blue eyes, auburn hair. She's made my world bigger and better. We were visiting sister-in-law for her birthday. The whole family was there. It was during level 3 lockdown where social gatherings was permitted. So father-in-law, mother-in-law, my wife, myself, and Gremlin went into the birthday party. Sister-in-law again failed to mention that Beard will be there. When we got there, I saw Beard immediately, grabbed my wife and father-in-law to tell them. Mother-in-law, bless her soul, asked me not to make a scene and try to keep calm. I told mother-in-law that I can make no promises, and the second he steps out of line, I will bury him alive. Father-in-law asked me to try and not make a scene if possible. If not, then so be it. My wife had asked me to stick to her like white on rice, so I did. Unfortunately, Gremlin had changed that plan, but I told my wife to rather keep an eye on her so that I can keep an eye on both of them and on Beard. She saw my plan and did just that. Still did not stop him from trying anything. He mouthed off about me to everyone who would listen. And you know what? I'll gladly accept being a villain as long as it keeps my family safe. Everyone actually ignored him until one of brother-in-law's younger brother's friends heard the story he kept telling everyone. The story that I stole my wife from him, and that I'm abuser, and I put him in the hospital. No, This friend we will call Idiot in training. Idiot had this knight in shining armor attitude, wanted to save her from me. Now this boy is nearly 12 years younger than me. It seems he thinks because he is younger, he is much better in fighting than me. I can actually count on one hand how many people can beat me in one hand-to-hand combat. Anyhow, you know how when one person shoves you in the shoulder, like trying to pick a fight? Yeah, he did that. I only looked at him and asked him if there was a problem. Oh no, no problem at all, he replies. Then please watch where you walk, because I'm going to accept that you accidentally bumped into me. Oh no, that was not an accident. I heard all about you from Beard. Oh great, what's he blubbering on about now? That you stole his girl from... All right, kid, look, I don't give flying fucks what he says. Don't believe in everything you hear. Next time, if you want to fight someone, make sure they aren't armed to the teeth, and could do you much more harm. You would say that, he replies. He also said you put him in the hospital. So he started to rant and make a scene, and me being me, tried to keep my cool. I don't want people to think that I'm a child beater. Halfway with his rant, I stood up just to walk away. He grabbed my shoulder. That's a big no-no for me. Everybody all saw that and what was about to happen. None was fast enough. I didn't punch him. I only grabbed his hand and squeezed it as hard as I could. He went down very quickly. Beard at that very moment thought it would be a good idea to try and talk to my wife. But just as he walked close to her, I was on him like flies on a dead man. He said hi to her, and I was in front of him, locked him dead in his eyes, and told him this. I would end you right here and now, and no one would bat an eye. You will die very slowly, painfully, and I promise you this. I will not go to jail. I will not even walk into a police station. No one will help you. The last thing you will see is me smiling. Your family will not know what happened to you, and no one will be looking for you. This is your one and only chance to turn around and leave. I don't want to see your shadow darkening anything close to my family ever again. He tells me that he just wanted to say hi to her. I don't care what you want. Turn around now, I tell him. He did the smart thing and turned around and went back up to the party. I told my wife to get Gremlin in the car. I'll get your parents. We are all leaving. She did just that. I went and got to the in-laws. Told sister-in-law and brother-in-law that as long as Beard is there, we will not be visiting. He will never set foot on our property again, and they will not see Gremlin here ever again. Sister-in-law actually tried to tell me I can't do that. Father-in-law looked at her, told her that he stands behind my decision about him. But it's my and my wife's choice about Gremlin, and no one else is allowed to make that choice. We haven't seen anything or heard from Beard since that night, nearly 2 years later. Thus, this is the end of the Beard saga.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and hit the bell for notifications on future videos, and become a stalker of the night. And I'll see you next time.